How we doing, Robust family? And look, welcome. I know you're going to enjoy the episode coming up, and we have a lot more stuff on this channel. But before we engage on the new show, can I ask you to do me a small favor? Just robustly smash that subscribe and like button. It helps us a lot, and it makes sure that you do not miss a robust breakfast show beat. All right, enjoy. That's right, it's that time. Oh, yes. That's right, guys, I'm your host, Robert Ashitey, your robust presenter, and I'm telling you, oh goodness, I'm just so ready for this morning, and I hope you're ready too, because we're going to be with you from now until the hours of 10 o'clock this morning. And joining me on the studio, we have the one lady of sound of self. It's the one, it's the only, it's Kathleen. Good morning to you, Kathleen.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm good.
How is the spice of life? Yeah, pun intended.
Quite mild.
Quite mild. How many cups of coffee today?
One as always.
Just one as always. Keeping it safe. But you look very perky today, Kat.
Thank you.
You look very
best.
Had a good night's sleep? 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 hours? No, okay, fine. 4? No?
Let's not talk about it.
Oh, father, man. Okay. But you're holding up good. You're holding up good, Kat. You're absolutely awesome. All right, guys. And talking about holding up awesome and talking about the spice of life. Joining us this morning, we have our special guest, my guy, my friend, the one and the only. It's Steve. I was going to say Steve Rushford. Oh, my
That's
God.
what the kids used to call me.
I know, right? You know what? You know what happened? All right, it's my guy, Steve. Good morning, Steve. What's up?
Good morning.
From the
Hello,
Lazy
everyone.
Scientist. Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Booyah shaka. Dude, it's great to have you on the show, man.
Great to be here.
Seriously, since I met you, I've loved your energy.
Thank you.
I've loved your energy. Then I've gone into your Instagram, and I'm like, I've got full access to your energy on your Instagram, and so I'm really excited.
Me too.
Really
Can't wait.
excited.
Can't wait.
All right, so look, we're gonna get you ready as we're gonna start to go into this. All right, and we're gonna hear Steve's pursuit of success story, his pursuit of success journey. If you could just very briefly just tell us a bit about what you've done, what we're going to be talking about today, what you built.
So I built a chili sauce company, chili condiments company. I make sauces and kind of spice mix and things like that. Started about 6 years ago on a bit of a whim, and quit my job about 18 months ago. Wow. And going from strength to strength.
That's it. And trust me, man. Yeah. This is it, and I'm loving it. I'm loving your energy, and we're gonna find out a lot more today about what Steve, how Steve done it. Quitting your job, that's a huge one, right?
It was a big step. I was nervous. It was nerve-wracking, especially the first 6 months.
Yeah.
But it's coming true.
6 months ago, that means you started before the lockdown.
Yeah, so probably about a year and a half before lockdown, I started the business while I was still teaching as like a side hustle, bit of fun, hobby. And it just started rolling, got out of hand, and here we are.
I love it. All right, guys, so we're going to be hearing more about that. So I want you all to get your questions ready. All right, listen to the story, tell your friends, message your friends, no matter what town, what country, what continent you're in. We want to wake everybody up to hear what Steve has to say for us today, because the golden nuggets are in the journey. All right, and let's keep it coming. All right, so we're going to start heating up the place. Heating up, pun intended. And also, guess what's going to happen also this morning, guys? We're actually going to do a test. We're going to do a test on Kat's culinary shenanigans. All right. So we've got here 2 sauces, Steve, right? We've got 2 sauces here.
We do, yes.
Yes, let me just hold them up a sec, just so you can see it. That's your camera there. That's it. So we've got 2 sauces there, looking great. What are they?
So they're my 2 original sauces. So I've got my original Brixton sauce and my Mango Reaper. Yeah, that's where it all began.
Yeah.
It all began there. So it's my kind of homage to the culture and the life that I had when I lived there.
Beautiful. Are they hot? Really, really hot? Are they sweet or?
They're kind of middle of the road.
Middle of the road?
If you're a chili fan.
Look at Kat.
If you're a chili fan.
So yeah, maybe testing.
Oh dear.
So definitely we're going to look forward to that, as we're going to put Kathleen under the test. All right. We're going to see if that ancient DNA that actually runs through her vein, you'd be surprised. Maybe it might release superpowers, Kat. You never know.
No.
You might be like tasting, you'd be like, and like your mind's going to like understand the universe all at once and come back into the room. I believe in you.
No.
I believe in you.
I don't.
I believe in you. All right, guys. So we're going to have some fun today. A huge good morning to Lorette. Lorette's all the way in Jamaica. Do you know it's 2 a.m. in Jamaica right now?
Wow.
And we have our listeners in Jamaica, like, faithful, 2 a.m.
That's nice.
I'm like, that vitamin D is helping them a lot, right?
Yeah.
Because you won't find me 2 a.m.
Have they just got up or are they just going to bed? Who
I
knows?
don't know. I heard school starts at 7 a.m. in the morning, Jamaica. Like, wow. Well, oh, so Lorette, you're gonna love this today. Oh, you're gonna love this. Oh my goodness. All right, so she says, Lorette says, good morning, BSF, Robert and Kat, and happy Tuesday to everyone. Fun and laughter. Abba N in Park Station, South Africa says, good morning, everyone. Have a blessed day. We have me, Julie, over in Leicester saying, good morning, Robert, Kat, Steve, and all Breakfast Show faithfuls. Top of the morning to y'all. Greetings. All right, oh, she's on holiday. She went to Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe.
Nice.
I'm telling you, that's it. So these people are globetrotting, but they're staying faithful. That's the spirit. All right, guys. So, Cal, what song you got for us when we take a quick time out?
We have All Right, but by the Katinas.
All Right by the Katinas. All Right by, have we played that before?
Yes, we have.
Is it? All Right by the Katinas.
Yeah, all right.
Katina.
It's all right.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. All right. So we're going to do some all right. All right, guys. And also, if you have any comments or questions, don't forget we've got the Breakfast Show What's Up line. All right. It's the What's Up line. Use the WhatsApp platform. The What's Up line. Use the WhatsApp platform so that wherever you are, wherever continent, country, or town or village you're in, you can communicate here in the studios. Send us a nice 20-second voice note. Please feel free because we love your interaction every morning today. Even Chanel in South Africa, our Breakfast Show faithful, says, good morning, Breakfast Show family, listening in. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Let's keep it going. All right, guys. So let's do it now. It's all right by the Katinas.
Yes, the
Katina.
Katinas.
Okay, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
Steve, we're going to have to rate this one.
Okay.
We're going to have to rate this one. Let's see how it goes. All right, let's play that track, Kat. We'll be right back after this. That's right, guys. It's going to be a good day. If you've just joined us, this is your breakfast show. And today is Tuesday, the Pursuit of Success, where we have our guests coming to share their Pursuit of Success journey, where we could literally, glean some golden nuggets in their challenges, in their great ideas, in their adversaries, in their wins, in their successes. And today we have on the show the one, the only, my guy. It's the one and only Steve from the Lazy Scientist Chilies. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, listeners. Thank you, Robert.
Steve, first question is, and this has been plaguing my mind, all right? Because I love your vibe, right? And I was thinking, Lazy Scientist Chilies. When he said that, I was processing him. Now, first he said Lazy Scientist. Where did that idea come from?
In all honesty, you get to a point when you create a business where you have to come up with a name, and you have to register something. And I used to be a scientist. I was a chemist, went to university, became a doctor, used to work in a lab, then went into teaching, became a science teacher, and that's what stuck. That's what I registered, and that's what I've got now.
That's awesome. Okay, because I was like, okay, so we want to know your Pursuit of Success journey. All right. So we have this amazing sauces and condiments that you've prepared now. You've won awards for it as well. People love it. I mean, we've got some images here of your packaging, and I can see you're very zealous in the artwork. You got and it's fun. You make chilies look fun.
Thank you.
Right? You've changed things up, I must say. All right, and the way that you take your images, the way that you do your marketing, is really on point. And you left your job and all the rest of it. But my question is, before these awards, before these other ideas, we want to know about where you came from, yeah? So if you just give us a bit of an idea, a bit about your background, yeah? Because we have people right now who are probably wondering, they have an idea in their mind. They don't even know where they're going to start from, how they're going to engage. Maybe they look at their childhood and they say, look, nobody in my family has ever done anything. Or, we're just regular people. To put something out there that doesn't exist is not for me. So everybody comes from a different background, but just tell us a bit about yours.
So I'm a Surrey boy. Grew up in Surrey with my
Hey,
parents.
South London.
South London, So spent a lot of time in South London, a lot of time in Brixton, eating Caribbean food and just enjoying the culture there, and then cooking. My mum used to cook a lot, and curries, especially Indian curries, were a big thing in our family. And I got that kind of taste then, and then also kind of growing chilies, and it just kind of snowballed from there, I suppose. I grew some chilies, wanted to find a way of preserving them, so I started making chili sauces. Really simple, salt, vinegar, chili.
So you did it as a hobby,
Just as a hobby to begin with.
and that triggered from what your mum used to do, or was it just something that?
A bit of both, really. It was also because there wasn't that many chili sauces in the supermarket back then. Local Tesco's had Encona. That was about it. And then I discovered that there were other types of chilies, but you couldn't get them. So I grew them and then turned them into chili sauces. And just kept doing it and kept messing around with flavors, messing around in the kitchen, and then went to uni, carried it on, started doing chemistry, and it was kind of, I suppose, coming out of uni, going home, it was a bit of a release to cook in the kitchen and find new flavors and new, I suppose, they had these wonderful kind of Indian supermarkets in Brighton that had different chilies and different spices that I'd never seen. And I just wanted to start combining all of that together and trying to figure stuff out, with mixed success, obviously. It didn't always work.
Trial and error.
That's it, trial and error. And then fast forward to about 6 years ago, I'd finished my teacher training. I'd kind of lost all my hobbies because it had taken over my life completely.
Teaching.
Yeah, completely took over my life.
Because I don't know, there are people that like teaching. Some people say teaching will be a secure job, but just to have an idea, how did you feel like? Because first question, why did you get into teaching, right? And what made you decide to come out of that profession? Because you've gone from the stable to the unstable. So what made you decide to do teaching?
So I'd kind of finished uni, finished my PhD, and I set up a small chemical company, which was my kind of first business. And after doing that for a few years, I realised that the chemical industry wasn't for me. It wasn't where I wanted to put my energies. And so I kind of came out of that and I bumbled around for a couple of years, did some weird odd jobs, and then wasn't really sure what to do with myself. And then the opportunity to do teaching, become a science teacher, came along, and I was ready for a new challenge and thought, right, well, I never intended to be a teacher, but I started and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I loved the challenge. I loved working with the kids and trying to figure out how to actually teach them, because, it's all well and good me knowing science like I do, but being able to impart that onto somebody else is a very different thing. So that's how it ended up in teaching.
So it seems like you got into science, right? But you had an entrepreneur side to you, even during those times, before those times. Where did that come from?
I don't know. I suppose I've always had jobs. I've always had, even from when I was a really young age, I had my paper round and I was always doing extra things. I worked for Domino's Pizza. I always had, worked in construction. I've always had lots and lots of varied jobs. And met lots of people and always had a keen interest in asking questions on how people do this. And I suppose my dream always was to have my own business. And when the chemical company didn't go where I wanted it to, I decided that's enough. And then it took me a few years to be like, right, I want to try again. I want to take some of that knowledge that I had in starting the chemical company and move that into something that's maybe a bit more tangible. And something that's not going to completely bankrupt me just setting up. You can imagine setting up a chemical company, the money that was thrown at that. And I thought maybe brewing, because I love brewing and making beer. But then my friends turned around and went, you've been making hot sauces forever. You're always giving them away, presents. Why don't you do that?
Wow. So this was just off the cuff, just like a regular standard conversation.
Yeah.
So we can see a nugget there. So sometimes, your side hustle, your hobby, or the thing that you just generally do for fun, your friends are watching, right? They're seeing where your passion is, something that they might look at and see as labor intensive, but you're in your element, just having fun and sharing the love. So that could be a sign of something that you could actually get involved in.
Absolutely. And I think that if you're going to have a business, you need to love what you're doing because it's on you. I'm the one that has to get me out of bed every day to go and do this now. There's no, I have to be on work on time. I have no routine as such. There's nobody paying my bills or giving me money to do a job for them.
Yeah.
If I don't get up,
Nothing happens.
nothing happens.
No one don't eat.
Exactly, nobody eats.
All right. And so you're married as well. So
Just got engaged.
got engaged
last week. In fact,
congratulations, my man.
Thank you, man.
That's how we roll.
Very lucky man.
Good times. How long have you two been together?
so we've been together 4 years now.
Okay, so 4 years. So 4 years will take us to lockdown time.
Yeah, we met just at the end of lockdown.
Wow. See, when everyone started to get free again, everyone came out of their houses.
This is it.
It's like, I see you, you see me.
Yeah,
I see you.
dates in the park. That's where we were at.
Okay, so you guys came together. So you've been dabbling in doing chilies, doing it for fun. Your friends said to you, okay, you know what? Why don't you just try chilies? Yeah. She hadn't come into your life just yet. No. And how was you when they first mentioned it to you and gave you that idea to take it a bit more seriously as a business? What was your reaction?
Well, I was like, okay, I'll give it a go, and I made a batch, and it took away initially the joy of why I did it, because at that point I realised, right, I need consistency. I need to come at this like I was in the lab. I need to actually start writing things down and having a recipe and then figuring out how to scale that. And that's not how I made chili sauces to begin with. I was more, right, I'm in the kitchen, what have I got? What's in the fridge? What's at the market? Let's throw some of this together, add a bit of this. And there was no writing anything down. It wasn't clinical.
That's right.
So I hated it. It wasn't for me. I genuinely, I was like, no, this isn't for me. And so I stopped for about 2 months.
Okay.
And then I was kind of like, okay, I'm going to try again.
Yeah.
And I came back to it and I started again, and I kind of had that plan of, right, get my notebook, get my pen. What am I going to do? How am I actually going to do this? And I kind of rekindled that love of being in the lab, I suppose, that maybe I was missing. And so, yeah, and that's basically how it went, and it's just kind of carried on.
When you was growing up, did you play with Lego a lot?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you like Lego and make some interesting?
Yeah, weird and wonderful things.
Yeah.
Never really followed the instructions,
Yeah, that's right. There's the creative trait right there. You like creating new things out of something, which is something that's innate in you. So here's something else, guys. So have a look to see what your habits are, right? Because I think you touched on it before. You don't want to be doing something that you don't enjoy. But usually you'll find, even from your childhood, there are certain characteristics that we have, whether it's putting things together, whether it's being experimental with things, and it carries with us to adulthood, right, to our teenage years. And usually you'll find that that's something that we could actually get around and take passion in, so it doesn't seem so much like work. But with you, there was a whole thing about being systematic initially that put you off.
Yeah.
Right? Because you okay, let me just, see. All right? You went from that to being like, you know what? I'm going to have to be organized. This can't be fun anymore if I'm going to do this seriously.
Yeah, that was it.
So, when was that? That was like what, 2016, 2017?
2018.
So 2018. So 2018 is when you decided to get serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I registered the company, made a batch, sold.
Okay.
Made more.
All right. So we're going to go more into that, guys. All right. So Steve is going into it now. We've seen a bit of his background, and this is where he's going to roll up his sleeves. All right. And this is where new ideas are going to come. Right. And he's had to tackle them step by step. So we're going to come back in just a moment. And I want to know your thoughts about chilies. What do you think about chili? But like you were saying during the timeout before, that people are different. Right. There are people that they love it sweet, and some people that love it hot. Like, people are just different, right? Absolutely. And you said that you have very varied reactions.
You do. I mean, I do markets and things like that, and you get the people where you're trying to sell your wares, and they're like, no, don't touch chili. Then there's the middle ground, lots of people really willing to try, and then there's obviously the 1%. It's like, what's your hottest thing? And they're the best reactions, because people that say, what's your hottest thing? They either know their chilies, or they've just made a mistake. And you can tell real quickly, because they'll either take that spoon and then they suddenly disappear within about half a second. You're like, yeah, okay, that was too hot then.
Oh, what about the one who tries to film that and they start sweating?
Yeah, this is it. They're my favourite. They're my favourite. Like,
I can see you just looking at them like, oh, you one of those? It's okay. It's like, it'll pass. Eventually, it'll pass. That's awesome. We got a comment here from Jeanette. Jeanette says, good morning, breakfast show. If you need a tester for your hot sauce, I'm your man or I'm your lady.
Amazing.
That's Jeanette. Yeah, so definitely. Look, if you don't know already, Steve's website is awesome. All right. We've got his website on the screen right now. All right. So www.lazyscientistsources.co.uk. All right. Check it out. Send an email. Register on the site. Definitely, you want to connect with him and then connect onto the Instagram. Check out this Instagram channel. Check out the link here for the Instagram channel. Budov, there it is. Lazy Scientist. All right. Yeah, Lazy Scientist Chili, at Lazy Scientist Chili on Instagram. Look, just go on the Instagram. You're gonna end up laughing to yourself. You're gonna like some of you on the breakfast show. Like when you're watching the breakfast show, you're on public transport and you're laughing, right? Go onto his site. You're gonna have mixed emotions. You're gonna be like, ha, 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 ha. One minute you're gonna be hungry. Next minute you're gonna start laughing. Next minute you're gonna be like, ooh, and it's like, then next minute you're gonna be like, oh, is that how that works? So definitely you want to check out the Instagram. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. Make sure you follow it. It's gonna be, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I love it. I could just spend time just scrolling, and I don't like to be on social media like that, right? But there are things that just catch my attention.
Yeah,
and Lazy, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. What's it called? Lorraine says, love Chili, amazing job, truly inspired. Thank you. May God bless your business projects and continue to be the blessing.
Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna see what it was like going through that beginning 2008 when things are really kicking off for Steve. I've got a quick video here, all right, and there are mixed feelings about chilies, all right. But I think I'll show it when we come back. Yeah, I'll show it when we come back, and definitely I think you're gonna like it. There's even a clip of The Simpsons. Who knows The Simpsons? Yeah, they even had a little moment with chili as well. Chili's a thing.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's part of life. It even has health benefits that we're gonna check out tomorrow on the show, so don't miss a thing. All right, guys, this is your breakfast show, and it's a Tuesday, Pursuit of Success Tuesday, and we have our guest today, Steve Rushton, joining us this morning. Good morning once again, Steve.
Good morning, everyone. Thank
you. My guy, taking us through his Pursuit of Success journey today. But guess who else parachuted in through the glass ceiling of the radio show this morning, the breakfast show? It's the one, it's the only, it's the man himself. It's I Am Will. Good morning to I Am Will.
Thank you very much.
Hey, how you doing, dude?
Good morning, good morning.
Yeah, you're looking very bright and perky today.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
And you know, the thing about you is that when you arrive, there's a sense of just relaxation and peace.
Well,
I'm glad you're getting up from the outside. in the inside, London transport giving me a headache.
actually, well, compared to today, pretty good. One of the better journeys, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, that's
I'd somewhere to stand on the tube, so that was good.
Positive.
Makes a change. It's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. And and also you're over 6 foot as well. So, because you're over 6 foot, because usually if you're under 6 foot and then somebody's over you holding onto the bar, it's tough.
Stressful time,
It's tough.
Yeah.
Cat's like feeling it. Yeah, it's not easy. But anyway, you made it here today, all right? And it's Pursuit of Success Tuesday, and everybody's wired. Everyone's excited about Steve Rushton's story today from the Lazy Scientist sources. And we got Diana here from saying, good morning, breakfast show family. Have an amazing day. Sabrina Durant's with us. Yes, our contemporary designer, saying, good morning, BSF family. I'm a lover of chili and would definitely love to try some out. You see, got people like, they're like, yeah, like, Steve is ready, man. It's ready. Are you ready? Isn't it?
Ready.
Steve had that look in his eyes like, do you know what you ask? I have a range here. Do you know what you ask? Some people get more than they can handle. Huh? Have you seen? How many times have you seen that happen?
It's at least once every festival or market. There's always one person, usually a guy. I'm not just going to say. The ladies can seem to be able to handle their chili much better than guys, but there's always one guy.
Oh man!
And he always, very quick to leave.
Gosh! Oh snap! The thing is, about women can deal with childbirth. They're programmed that way. So my friend Chili is like, yeah, we done it. You know what I mean? That's it. So women, I'm not surprised. We got a comment here from Priscilla. Priscilla says, in Edmonton says, good morning, Breakfast Show family. I'm locked in for another great show. Absolutely. And we also had a comment here from Yen. Yen, it would have been good to have her in today, actually. Yen says, love the name also. Would love where that came from. You see, you tuned in late. Yeah. So Steve has always loved science, right? You've been a scientist. And he was figuring out a name, and afterwards you just kind of went for it.
It's kind of tongue-in-cheek, I suppose.
Yeah.
Lazy scientist.
Yeah.
Lazy, probably not me. But
I know, it doesn't sound
scientist,
like it.
definitely try to be.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right, so as he continues with the rest of his journey, we've got a clip here. We've got quite a few clips, actually, because there's so much material that you have, Steve, but I also like to throw a little bit of my own thing on there. So the first thing we got is a video clip of someone of The Simpsons. So we got The Simpsons there. Take a look at this, guys. How do you feel about chili? We want to hear more about it. Play it, Cat.
Oh man, he's here. The dude with the fireproof stomach.
He said he carved it himself from a bigger spoon.
Five alarm chili, eh?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2. Hey, what the big idea?
Oh, I admit it. It's only 2 alarm. 2.5 tops. I just wanted to be a big man in front of the kids.
Daddy, are you going to jail?
We'll see, son. We'll see.
There we have it. So we have people that they know their taste of chilies. They love their chilies. But the great thing about you is you kind of serve, you've done your range to serve everybody, right? You haven't gone like, because some people think the chili, they think, okay, let's blow people's mouths up. I actually remember our conversation because me and Steve met at the allotment area in South London, and you was talking to me about chilies that you imported and combining them together. And your thing wasn't to make the hottest chili, was it?
No, I mean, for me, I always wanted to kind of make chilies accessible and kind of showcase different chilies that perhaps people don't always see. So I do have a range of mild to quite hot. And I do the odd yearly special that is very, very hot, but they tend to be much smaller batches.
Okay.
So the idea is to kind of introduce people into, it's not this big metler grr chili that I think a lot of people have fallen into the trap with. Mine was, this is chili, enjoy it. The flavors are amazing. It's not all about the heat. It's actually about what you can use it for.
Yeah, and apparently there's lots of flavors within the chili. So once you get by the heat, apparently there's a range of different tastes that can hit your senses. So I heard.
Absolutely. There's loads of different varieties of chilies, and they all have a very different flavor profile as well. And they pair differently with different foods, which makes them really interesting as well.
Beautiful. All right, so I'm just checking out one of the comments on your website, the black one, Cat. So this is someone talking about, I believe one of your new ranges, Mango Reader. Yeah, Mango Reader. And they're saying this might be my all-time favorite hot sauce. The sweetness and the heat are perfectly balanced, and it goes with everything. That's right. So that's the one you probably keep in your handbag or you keep in your rucksack.
That's the one.
Like, bro, I went to an Italian restaurant one time. Right, I went to an Italian restaurant and they had like the chicken and the thing, silly me. I decided to just go for like a chicken thing and not deal with pasta, right, in an Italian restaurant. And they brought the chicken. There weren't no seasoning on the chicken, bro.
It's not good enough.
You know what I'm saying? I said, okay, there must be a reason why we're running with this. So I tasted it. I'm like, I don't waste food. I don't do that. But on that day, I had to be like, where the salt and pepper at? They brought the machine. They were like,
keep going.
they said that's how it was. But I'm just thinking, if I had that chili sauce, man, I'd be like, it's okay. El hombre is here. And solve the problem.
That's it. I mean, this is the other thing as well. Like I use the kind of one of the hashtags, bland to bang, which is something I came up with a while ago.
man.
And it's just, that's when we were kind of throwing ideas out. And that kind of encompasses what I'm trying to do. You don't have to be a great chef to add loads of flavour and layer things on there.
That's right.
And chili sauce is a great way of doing it very easily.
Beautiful. From bland to bang. I've got here a clip of you actually sampling some of your chilies here. This that's the one. Yeah. Have a look. Have a look at this, guys. This is very nice. This is on his Instagram channel. Check this out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nice, quick, snappy, and it gets the message home. It's nice, isn't it? I saw you licking your lips just then, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I never really imagined what that kind of process is like, to do when you're starting up. So it did literally look like you was like in the lab, just cooking, just putting stuff together there. Yeah, so I don't know if that was the impression he was going for with the clip, but that's how I received it. Yeah.
No, and that is it. I mean, I did start off in a home kitchen, so it was just very much home kitchen. But I've built a proper kind of bespoke unit, and it's my lab, it's my laboratory. That's where I go. That's where the magic happens. That's where I do all my experiments. And if you have a business, especially a food business, it has to be like that. It's got to be clean. It's got to be really on point with all those sorts of things. And it is a very kind of step-by-step process.
I mean, I've got another one here. All right, just before you continue, I'm getting this tape. I'll just put it up there. I've got another one here, and guys, I mean, just check this out. This is from bland to bang. But even if it's good, make it even better. All right, check this out, guys. This is nice. This is the process, like Will spoke about. That's it. Love it. Wow. What?
Wow.
The process.
Wow.
The process.
That was a big batch.
That was a big batch.
That was a big batch.
How long did it take to prepare all that? What's the process like?
So it's a good day. That was 500 bottles.
Wow.
So yeah, early start. But obviously, I mean, it starts the day before with the sourcing of all the ingredients, getting everything fresh. Notice I use some frozen chilies and stuff every now and then as well. That's to make sure that I have good chilies all year round, depending on the season. And then an awful lot of chopping. So everything's done by hand.
I saw it.
So yeah, all done by hand. Get it in the pot, blend it, and then obviously the bottling is all done by hand. And then the next day, once it's all cooled down, then we do the labelling and the tamper seals. So yeah, it's a good day's work.
That's powerful. And the thing is, like, you going at it, right? Because I remember just before the timeout, which was the break, yeah, you said that you was a teacher, right? And I think that obviously you love working with the kids, you love teaching your favorite subject, which was science. But I know that being a teacher, the work doesn't stop. You can't really switch off from it, right? Is that one of the key reasons why you came out of being a teacher?
No, I suppose I decided after 8 years of teaching that I needed a new challenge. The problem was, I suppose, is that by that point I had two full-time jobs. I was teaching and I was trying to run a company.
Gotcha.
And it got to that point where it was Christmas, which is the busiest time of year for a chili sauce company. And neither job was getting my full attention.
Gotcha.
So the kids were getting a bit of a raw deal because my mind was on other things.
How many kids do you have?
Sorry, I mean the kids at school.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't have kids yet.
Okay.
So yeah, the kids at school were kind of maybe getting a bit of a raw deal because they weren't getting my full attention, and then the company wasn't getting my full attention either, and it just kind of got to this pinch point, and I thought, I've got to give this a go. I haven't got many regrets in my life, but if I don't give this a go now, I know that I will regret not trying.
Wow.
And so I just, that
You
was
jumped
it.
in. So we're gonna know how it was like starting off, all right, when you're taking it serious. We have some questions here. We have a question here from Evelyn. This is from Chino Kilburn saying, question to Steve. Out of all the chilies you made, which one did you find the most challenging, no matter how much you tried?
Ooh, that's a good question. Some of my sauces take an awful lot of development. I've had a miso sauce that I've released recently, which is probably one of my favourite sauces. I did it as a trial batch, but the recipe itself probably took me about 2 years before I was happy. Sometimes it takes a really long time. There's other sauces, but I'm always changing them. Not massive change, but there's always a little bit. Every batch there may be slight differences, trying to make it better every time. That's the main thing, I suppose. Never stop. Never think that you've finished. I mean, some of my sauces I'm super happy with, and I won't touch them. I say that now, but I might do later on. But others, every time I just want to tweak, just adjust those ratios, make it a bit more balanced, and that's the kind of key.
Are you somewhat of a meticulous person, would you say?
I think so, I think from working in the lab, so my work life, definitely. Maybe my personal life, not so much, but when I'm working, I'm quite meticulous. I've got a process that I follow and, following those steps.
I would love to see on your channel, on your Instagram, a day in the life.
Okay.
I would love that. I would love it. Would you, Will?
Yeah, I've actually been planning to ask this question. Like, how do you manage to focus for the length of time required to bang out a batch as big as 500 bottles on your own and doing all of the chopping by hand? Because I was wondering, you must get so tired.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it's a lot of music. I listen to a lot of music, which is nice. It's added that back into my life, which obviously I couldn't do when I was teaching. And you just kind of get in the zone. And it's as simple as that. I struggled with it to begin with, but and you have days where I really don't want to be in the kitchen. But what I try and do is I try and break it up. So I have kind of production runs. So I'll do a 2-week solid, 5 days, just bang out as much sauce as possible. And then for the next month or so, it's about selling it, marketing, making content, contacting people. So it spreads it out. And then it gets to a point, okay, I'm low on this, I've got to go back in the kitchen. But because every day is different, it's not so much of a chore. I can imagine that if I was just in production, just working in that factory, just spinning the wheel, it would be a bit too much. But it's not. I've got so many other things that I need to do as a small business that I never get a chance to get comfortable with any of it.
Okay.
Beautiful. So you've got a lot of variety happening all at the same time.
Yeah.
We've got Evelyn says, I love chilies a lot. I started eating them quite young because my dad used to have them a lot at every meal. All right, so this is it. So we've got fans. She's one of the fans here. So this is what was happening. You've given us an idea pretty much of how you kind of organize your day, right? And it's very varied. It changes. You structure yourself, but obviously to get to that, there must have been a few trial and errors. And you literally came up with the name. You registered your company, as you explained before the timeout. And what were the first hurdles that you found, and the first things you had to learn when you took it seriously?
I suppose my biggest learning was branding. So I started off, and obviously you're not sure, you don't really want to throw too much money at these things. So I had these bottles that had a home printed white label. My friend made me a little logo, which was really nice, but they looked really budget.
Yeah.
They were budget, of course they were. And that was my biggest learning. I remember sending some sauce off for a review to a guy who's actually a good friend and a competitor and has done really, really well. And he used to do reviews when he started off, and I sent it to him, and he didn't concentrate on the sauce, on the flavour at all. Just absolutely took me to town on my branding. And I'm watching this going, try the sauce. And then, but it made me realise that people buy with their eyes before they taste something.
True.
And so I looked into getting some proper labels done, and it made a massive difference. And so that's kind of one of my biggest things looking back. If I'd known, I would have just invested at the beginning, get the branding right, get the labels looking, fire straight away, and get people interested in them. So yeah, that's how that kind of transition happened.
So I think there has to be a level of humility there as well, isn't it? Like, because sometimes we can have an attitude of look, man, I know what I'm doing, or we play down advice or comments as an attack, but you took it on board.
Yeah,
huge.
I think that you've got to be really resilient when it comes to being in a small business, because everyone has an opinion.
Yeah.
And quite a lot of them are correct, but you do, when it's your baby, you think that everything you're doing is correct, and it does take some humility, and it takes a little bit of listening to other people and taking that on board.
All right. So now he went, knocked you for 6, about the branding. You went away. What was your next move?
So kind of fortuitous, actually. So the lady that does my branding at that point was a final year uni student. And she'd found me online. At this point, I did have a website, so it might have been a couple of years after I started. She found me, and she really liked the story. And then as part of her final year project, she actually did concept art for the 2 bottles that I'm holding here. So she did these.
Wow. So you said she liked the story.
Yeah, so I think I must have had an about me, and she liked the kind of idea and what I was trying to do.
So I think that's a nugget right there, right? Because sometimes people just go into stuff and they keep the story in their heads. So sorry. They don't share the story, and she saw you, she bought into your story. So that's also a nugget right there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think as a small business as well, that's what people buy into. They buy into you and you as a person. It is me. My business is me. I am my business. So you've got to share that, and I think that's what a lot of people want to know about these days as well. They want to know that there's a real person behind it and what they're about.
So she reached out to you?
No, not even that. So she did the art for her final project, posted it on Instagram, tagged me, and back then I wasn't really into social media. I was really slow with it. It took me a couple of weeks before I found it, and so I got in touch and was like, who are you? What is this? These are incredible. Why have you done this? And she explained why, and now I get her to do everything, and that's kind of it. And she's brilliant. I mean, she is my branding. These bits of graphics and this artwork is hers, and any new project I do and try and get her involved with, whether it's a bespoke project for another company. She's on this journey with me, which is lovely.
Wow. So there's another nugget right there. If you're someone involved in graphic design, right? I think one of our guests spoke about it last week. They went into, I think it was Michael Kinley from the Kinley Way. He brought a proposal, he brought an idea, he brought a business plan, he brought what the solution was that the client or business owner might have needed. So that lady really took the initiative, and I think that was great, and you fell in love with it. More than her telling you what she could do, she already showed you.
Absolutely. I mean, I fell for it completely.
Yeah, and so if you're in the creative arts, you have to be clever, right? Sometimes you're waiting for that big check or whatever to do something, but sometimes we just got to be clever. We need to put our work out there. That's a huge one. So you've got the marketing side down. Oh, sorry, the graphics, right? The labeling's looking better, more prestige. Did you have? Because I noticed you got those lovely tops. Did you have like normal bottle tops, or did they come about afterwards?
I did have a similar thing to these, but they weren't as smart, shall we say. Yeah, they weren't as smart as this. So those are all kind of steps that you've gone through. And it also was working with different partners. To begin with, I was getting bottles from Amazon or eBay, 24 bottles here and there. Now I buy pallets of, over 3,000 bottles, and they come with these, and I work with a professional company that supplies everything, and it all fits together and looks great.
Yeah. So it's a process, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. And, starting off, I had no idea about any of this stuff. It was research that I had to do, hours spent on the internet finding the right bottles, looking in supermarkets, trying to find the right tops, and even label printers. It's a minefield. There's hundreds of them out there, and it's about finding ones that suit you and that you can work with.
Love it. We've got a comment here saying, "Hi Robert, please ask Steve, has he ever used the Californian Ripper?"
Oh yes, the So Carolina Reaper, I think
Carolina.
is what she means. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I use it in a number of my sauces. It's used to be the world's hottest chili. It's been pipped by a new one. It's from America, and I use it in a number of my sauces, but I use it for two different reasons. One is for the searing heat, if I want a really hot sauce, but the other one is just to increase the length of the burn. So I actually have it in my mango Reaper sauce, but it's 1%, and it's just there just to zing you a little bit, just to wake you up, but it's not there for loads and loads of pain and to really take you out. It's just to,
Give it
excite you
bit of a pop.
That's it.
Bit of a pop. Yeah? I hope that answers your question. So when did you actually start going into social media? Because from what you said to me before, that wasn't your thing. You didn't really have an interest in social media. You stumbled upon this graphic designer, just checking randomly, I believe, your Instagram.
Yeah.
So when did that come into play for your business?
So it's probably about 2020 is when I started taking it a bit more seriously. But most recently, it's been this year is when I've really kind of started to jump on it. A lot of my sales were wholesale, so delis. And because I was doing that while teaching, that was the easiest thing for me, is sending large amounts to other people and then them selling them. Now I'm trying to build up my direct-to-customer sales, my website sales, and create a more kind of a better relationship between me and my customers, share with them me and that sort of thing.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, it's probably been the last 6 months that I've really started trying to figure out what works and get involved with it a lot more.
Okay. So, I mean, before that, you was just doing person-to-person sales, going into shops and looking up different companies?
That's it, yeah. A lot of it was face-to-face. Started local, so started in Brixton, where I used to live. Brixton, love it.
Brixton.
So yeah, went into a couple of local shops, a couple of local breweries. So where I really started was I used to work part-time with a local brewery, and they had a tap room, and it just put it on the counter. So that was my start. So, big tip is start local, start small. Don't try and start with people the other side of the country, because they don't know you, don't know your story. Start with the people that you see every day and build up that local community first.
Beautiful.
And that's where I started.
Beautiful. So that must have been a lot of legwork.
Yeah, it still is. I still spend a month every year where I get in the car and I'm going further and further and further away. So yeah, because the stockists are getting further away from me now.
I've got a question for you, because obviously we've got listeners and they have different things that they're working with, different products that they want to present to people. What is your pitch? You remember my typo error? Your pitch. So you go into a shop, you go to, you find a decision maker. What's your pitch when you present yourself?
That's a great question, and I run sampling sessions. That's my gig. So I'll take in my range, and I've got some sample bottles, and I'll take in there, and I'll try and find a time where I can go in and run them through my range. And explain the flavors and get them excited and trying them. There's a price point as well. They want to make money as well. There's margins that need to be taken into account. But a lot of it is just starting that personal relationship and saying, this is me, this is my background, these are my sources. What do you think of them? Would they work for you?
Love that.
And it's interesting because sometimes the sale, it's a really easy sell. They love the sauces, they'll buy it then and there, they're invested, they get it. And but I've also found the great thing with that is if they've tried every single one of your products and they've met you, they're then able to recommend their favourite to their customers, which means you've got them.
Wow.
Because they're already a fan. They're in their heads, they're a customer. And and they want to tell people about it. And I always say to them, look, start off, pick the ones that you love. Eventually you can go through the range, but just pick 2 or 3 that are your favourite ones, because you are going to be selling them. And you're the one that's going to recommend them to people, and they will sell better. And they do, and that seems to be working for me, which is nice.
Beautiful. All right, so guys, there we go. So we're hearing about the legwork right now that gets involved. Anything that you wanted to pick on, Will?
Yeah, I was hoping if we could circle back to the branding, because something that I don't have a business myself, but something that I have always thought was daunting from what I've heard from other people is the decision to rebrand at a certain point. I find, and it's kind of like what you said, where your business is your baby, you think everything that you started off with is exactly where it's supposed to be. So what was the internal decision like to decide I'm not gonna I mean, maybe from the beginning you didn't think you was always gonna have this exact branding, but what was it like to decide? Oh, you know what? I need to ditch this design that I've already had and look for something that's brand new. Because I imagine what was brand new would probably have been totally different color-wise and style-wise to what you had before.
Absolutely. So it's one of those things. The branding still isn't correct, I don't think. I think that there's still a way to go, and I think with a lot of branding there is a journey, and you've got to, you know, follow your heart a little bit as well as stepping back. And I think that with branding, a lot of the time you need to step back and be like, what sells? What are people looking for? What's gonna grab their attention? How does this look like on a shelf? Those sorts of things. And I think that the biggest realization for me was that I needed to take my branding from, you know, local car boot sale to retailer, to sitting on a shop, on a shelf in a shop next to other really nicely labeled products. And when I put mine on a shelf next to others, the difference was really stark. It was kind of like, okay, I get it. This looks like it's homemade, which it is homemade, but there's no excuse for things looking like homemade anymore. It's very, you know, everything's about branding. Yeah. TikTok, Instagram, you name it. And you can't, that's the world that we live in now, is that you have to have good branding. It has to be jazzy. It's got to be in your face. And so that was the big moment where, yeah, holding it up next to somebody else's and being like, okay, this is, you know, kind of, I got a lot of learning to do, and I need to start learning now. So yeah.
Yeah, and secondly as well, that last point you made there, would you say it was crucial to, I suppose, not reinvent the wheel, and you look at what already sells, you look at I suppose competitors as well that have already been doing it for longer, and just think, okay, what can I take from here and bring to my own?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that was exactly what I kind of did, especially getting the labels right and making sure they've got all the legal stuff on them as well. That's kind of a minefield when it comes to branding, and fitting it all in a way that it still looks nice. In honesty, like the girl that, or the lady that designed these for me, she kind of became my branding because I just love them. And they really kind of fit with my mentality and, you know, the local kind of Brixton scene and just her way of drawing. So that has become my branding now. Moving forwards, at some point, I may need another rebrand. I think it depends what you want to do. If I wanted to go into big retail, these would probably, the whole range would have to change. Okay. And they'd have to probably be simplified. And there's a few things that I've kind of missed. One of the big things is that most products in the supermarket, you'll notice they tell you exactly what they are in big on the front. Yeah. And they're not so worried about the rest of it. Whereas I'm kind of at the moment gone down the craft route. So if you think craft beer, this is craft hot sauce, it can be kind of jazzy. It doesn't need to tell you really what's on the front of it. Yeah. You want people to pick it up and look at it. Okay. If it's Tesco's, they need to know exactly what it is before, you know, walking down the aisle. They're not going to pick it up. They're going to look with their eyes. And so there will be different kind of changes that I will possibly make if I get to that stage, or if I decide to go down that route.
There you go. Wow. That's great. Yeah, because I think some of our listeners, or, you know, anybody could feel a bit anxious, right? They're starting something and they're not as great, or they have something, they look at the competitors and they're trying to compare themselves to someone who's been doing it for sorry. Well, who's been doing it for years. You know what I mean? And you can have anxiety. But what I get from you, Steve, is that you know there is a process. There is a process, and depending on where you want to get to, it's like the requirements are being opened up to you step by step. You know what I mean? And it's that step by step journey. So I like what you said about retail, you know, and how you've been working so far on the scale that you've been working. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful. All right, guys. So look, we're going to take another time out. We're just coming to 1:15. We're enjoying a morning Pursue of Success journey with the one and only Steve Rushton here from Lazy Scientist Sauces. All right. Is it Lazy Scientist Chilies or Lazy Scientist Sauces?
Lazy Scientist Sauces. Yeah. But all my handles are Lazy Scientist Chili. So,
okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yes. Keeping it hot. Keeping it hot. All right. We have a question here from Sandra Lume. Okay. And we're going to go into it in just a moment. It's to do with it's to do with the health benefits of chilies. So she's got a very interesting question. I think it's just for her conscience sake. I think that's what it's going to be about. But we'll go into it in just a moment, all right? But in the meantime, please enjoy. Hey, just a quick interruption. I know you're enjoying the show, but don't forget, if you haven't already, robustly smash the like and subscribe button. Do it now. Do it now. We're gonna have a good day. Oh yeah, I'm loving it. I'm feeling the heat today. It's a chilly morning, and I'm not talking about in the cold sense in the UK. It's actually getting hot up in here because we have our special guest, the one, the only, is Steve Rushton. Good morning to you, Steve.
Thank you.
Yes. It seems like you've acquired a fan club here because everybody's connecting with Chile today.
Amazing.
Everyone's connected with Chile. We've got people from different countries, different continents. Those who are here, and I think the people that we have here, they're all Chile lovers. We even have like a question here from someone who wants to become a Chile lover. Huh? I'm gonna tell you in a second. Yeah, Willie. About it, Will's here as well. He's here full power.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, loving the throw, man. Working on it. Yeah, lovely.
Thank you. It was by accident actually. I didn't realize until I was off the tube how high it was. But yeah, got roll with it.
He had a time where he let it go so much he did like a Moses flex from the Ten Commandments.
Yeah.
He's like.
Yeah, if it was great, I really did look like Moses, obviously.
It's awesome. All right, so look, we got a question for you, Steve. Steve, a question here from Sandra in Edmonton. And Sandra says, morning, what's the best way for someone who doesn't eat chili food to implement it without it being too much?
Good question.
And she says, and I heard a bit of chili is good for you. Is that true?
Yeah, so two great questions. First of all, if you're using fresh chilies and you want to dumb down the heat a little bit, de-seed them. So I suggest wearing gloves because you're going to get the kind of capsaicin on your hands.
My eyes!
Yeah, don't touch the eyes.
I've been there.
So de-seed them, take the seeds out so you get the flavour, but rather than loads of the heat. Or the other way is to buy my sauces.
That's how we roll. Yeah, you got to start from somewhere because, like, you don't create the chili sauces to burn people, right? It's not about being macho here. It's about good flavor. That's what I'm getting from you.
It's about good flavors. It's about being able to incorporate them into your cooking, and also kind of, I suppose, a way of dosing them as well, so that you don't have that. I've put too much heat in. Yeah.
All right. And your second question about the health benefits. I've actually got something quite special here for you, Sandra, about the health benefits of chilies. Check this out.
The health benefits of chilies. Chilies, known for their fiery flavor, offer a plethora of health benefits that extend beyond just adding a kick to your meals. Packed with a compound called capsaicin, chilies possess potent anti-inflammatory and analgesic properties. This compound is also believed to boost metabolism, aiding weight management efforts. Chilies are a rich source of vitamins, particularly vitamin C, which supports the immune system and promotes healthy skin. They also contain essential minerals like potassium, magnesium, and iron. These nutrients contribute to maintaining proper heart function, blood pressure regulation, and overall well-being. Moreover, capsaicin triggers the release of endorphins, acting as a natural mood enhancer. It can help alleviate pain by reducing the perception of discomfort, making chilies a potential natural remedy for pain management. Interestingly, chilies might have a positive impact on gut health as well. Some studies suggest that capsaicin may support the growth of beneficial gut bacteria, contributing to a healthier digestive system. However, it's important to consume chilies in moderation, as excessive consumption can lead to digestive discomfort and even exacerbate certain health conditions like ulcers. Individual tolerance levels vary, so it's wise to gradually incorporate them into your diet. In conclusion, the health benefits of chilies are multifaceted, spanning from anti-inflammatory effects to potential mood enhancement. Integrating them sensibly into your meals can spice up your health regimen in more ways than one.
Wow, look at that. Look
Fantastic.
at that. Yeah, I know. That's making you look good, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not just chili. Now you like the hot sauce doctor. Scientist. Look at that.
Sauce scientist.
So Sandra, I hope that helps answer your question. I think everyone paid full attention to that weight loss one. Yeah, summertime, everybody wants beach bodies, and start looking at chilies. Actually, you know what? Just because of all the things you've been sharing with us today, Steve, I think we're gonna do a Wellness Wednesday. I'm gonna switch the subject. Like, we're gonna do chilies tomorrow. The health benefits of chilies. We're gonna go into it tomorrow, and it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. Absolutely, speeding up your metabolism. You know, especially when you get to a certain age, your metabolism starts clunking down. Chilies.
That's it. That boost.
That's it. Do you have one that has a lot of cayenne in it? One of your sauces that has a lot of cayenne?
So my kind of basic sauce is my Dutch sauce, and that's made with cayenne chilies. They're fermented. That's the one, and that's the starter. It's my mildest sauce. And I use that for a variety of my other products as well.
There you go. So guys, look, if you like to see the wonderful Instagram channel that Steve has, check this out. It's up on your screen right now. It's at Lazy Scientist Chili. All right, check it, follow. You're gonna have a good time on his channel. You're gonna have a good time on his channel, trust me. All right, so check out at Lazy Scientist Chili, and also you can check his website as well. Definitely make sure you connect with the newsletter at lazyscientistsources.co.uk. Make sure you note that down. I actually have a video here of you at work, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like a bit of a stalker when it comes to seriously, because I really like your Instagram because it really feels authentic. We've got an upbeat pic one here that we was going to show before, Kat. That's the one. All right, I want you guys to have a look at this. This is Lazy Scientist Chili. Check it out.
Makes you wanna go.
Repeat. Nice and snappy.
Makes you wanna go.
Nice and easy. So these are some of the comments from people who've tried the sauces. So we discovered this sauce and it goes so well. Oops, sorry. Wait a second. There we go. There you go. It goes so well as an addition to soups, sauces, tomatoes, and generally anything that requires a little extra kick. Delicious. Nice. My man, look at that. We've got also another one here saying lovely sauce, great product. So you got people loving it. They're having a really good experience. You know, when you get the sauces right on your food, it just changes the whole dimension. Yes or no, Will?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's undeniable. I was even gonna say what's interested in the video was the fact that it can trigger an endorphin release, because I couldn't remember a bad time where I had chilies with food, and I really gotta say, like, it's really so satisfying, because I think as a kid I don't know if I was really so much into cheese sauce. As I grew older, maybe my later teenage years, I really got into it more. But yeah, I thought it's always really enjoyable experience having cheese. So I didn't think something like an endorphin release was actually probably one of the key reasons for that.
Yeah, I mean, look, we got a clip here of a burger being made. I'm happy to be here. Yeah. All right, check this one out, guys. This is all on the Instagram channel. Look at that. The chopping board gets worked, isn't it? That's it. Release. Lovely. He needs to go to McDonald's.
That's it.
Yeah. Love the care. Look good. Yeah. Finish it up. That's how we do. Ooh la la. Wow. That's it. That's what we do.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Dude, you're making us all salivate behind a computer screen. It works. And I don't know what I'm going to do with myself now. Like, I'm going to have to go shopping, go to a normal shop and like take one of these and like try it out. Actually, we're going to get Kat to try out the chilies that we got here today. All right.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we're going to get Kat to try them out. So we're just gonna hear a bit about a bit more, because obviously now we've gone into social media, right? And you touched on something while you was doing the legwork about rejection, right? Something really important, because we have listeners who are listening right now and maybe they don't like rejection. Maybe you're full of gusto to go and do whatever you need to do. We are, but guess what? as soon as that rejection takes place, or 1, 2, or 3 rejections, we throw everything up in the air and we turn back to where we was. Did you face any types of rejection? What was it like as you was doing the hustle and going to speak to people?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of rejection, to be honest with you. It's something that you definitely have to harden yourself against. You can go into, I believe in my products. I really, really believe in them, and I love them, and I know that lots of other people love them. But you do come across people that don't, which is fine because everybody's different. But from a selling point of view, it is really tough to go into a shop, do your spiel, have that time, get what I've found was really positive kind of feedback, and then never get any follow-up from it, never get a sale. I'm on a couple of other kind of sales websites and I've had nothing come through from them, and you start to kind of question, what am I doing wrong? Where is this coming from? But the flip side of that, managing that rejection, has been learning patience.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I've discovered is, it holds true that good things come to those who wait.
Yeah.
And the biggest reason I can kind of say that is that those shops that I went into a year ago that weren't interested, and they've now contacted me and have become, one of them has become one of my best stockists.
Wow.
And is selling an incredible amount of sauce. So it was about timing.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes you just have to be able to be able to take a step back and say, right, it's not my product, it's not me, it's timing, or it's not right, it doesn't fit with their brand, which is fine. The brands don't fit. But a lot of time I've just found it's patience, and given another year, these people come back to you because you're on their radar. They've met you. It's just they weren't ready for it. They maybe had somebody else they were stocking. They weren't ready to try yours, or maybe the price point wasn't right for them at the time. So yeah, don't have a fear to take that. Don't take it as rejection. Just take it as,
water off a duck's
right.
back.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's what they say, right?
That is.
Here's something interesting. You dealt with rejection, right? But you made sure you spoke to everybody. You spoke to as many people as you can, right? Knowing that, and that worked in your favor.
Yeah, I think that you've got to, it's like with everything, the more people you go to see, you're not going to get 100%. You never get 100% in business. It's as simple as that. So you've got to have, the more people you see, the more that are eventually going to come back. I'd probably say I get 30% of the people that I go and speak to become stockists. Some of them may only become stockists for a single term, for 6 months, for this and that. Then somebody else, like me, probably turns up and does the same thing, and they want to try something new. Absolutely.
Beautiful.
But then maybe 10% of them become solid advocates. I always say the first and second orders, I'm not counting my chickens. If I get a third, they're in, basically.
Right.
And that's the kind of reality. And until I have a third order from a stockist, I don't see them as they're not invested yet.
Part of the tribe.
That's it.
Yeah.
But once they get that third order, I'm singing.
That's it. They're putting a wall paint on. We're part of the tribe now.
This is it.
And you know what's interesting is that imagine if after the rejection that you spoke about previously, you gave up. Those people that came back to you later, if you'd given up, there would be no one to come back to.
Yeah.
So literally, like what you said, do the numbers, see everybody, the numbers will work in your favor, right? So long as you've got something good to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you've got to hit the streets. You've got to go out there and just take as many people as you can and keep spreading it and just keep doing it. Every day, just try again. And, they'll come back.
Beautiful. We've got here some questions in the live chat. Whew, gosh. Here we go. Whoa, gosh. Here we go. Where are we? Oh my gosh, there's quite a lot of questions here, guys. I've been missing that. I'm sorry. Forgive me, guys. It's just he's been so compelling. I'm trying to catch up. Okay, here we go. So how can I get hold of Steve to order his sauces? We gave you the Instagram. We gave you the website. We can put it on the screen again. Cat's on it. All right. Also, we got Janet says, my idea would be to have chili on the front and call it the hot one, or the mild one, or the sweet one. Maybe change the colors of the chili, or even go with the chili scale. That's interesting.
Yeah, that would definitely work.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's kind of, well, I mean, Janet's always giving like great advice. You
Yeah.
know? She's like, you know, she's on it. Yeah, like put like a number 1 on the scale, isn't it? A 2. Thank you, Janet.
Good.
Yeah, there you go. Jeanette also, we got another one here. She says, 1 being mild, etc. Even think to the power of for hottest ones. Oh, to the power of. Okay, so you kind of do like a scale, something to the power of 4, whichever. Then we have M. Pedro saying, good morning, my blessed BSF family, listeners, table of justice, and guests. Good morning to you, M. Pedro. We have got a question. Steve, do you see yourself going global? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? That was going to be my question, but Julie dropped it first.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I'd love to. I've got my first stockist internationally. I've got one in Bordeaux in France.
Nice.
And that was a big that was a great feeling.
Wow.
And yes, I'd love to move out of the UK. I think I've still got a lot of work to do to kind of get the UK completely under wraps, and that's what I'm going to concentrate on for the moment. But yeah, I do want to spread out. I want to go to Europe. I'd love to get into America, which has its whole other challenges. But yeah, the sky's the limit. I see no reason why I would stop here.
Absolutely. Drop it like it's hot. All right. Pedro says, this summer, no more bland barbecue foods. Absolutely. Thank you, Steve. My hubby will be happy.
Send him in.
Send him in. That's it, guys. All right. I've got before you continue, because we're going to talk about the social media element, how you approached it at first, because I know it wasn't very positive. How your relationship with social media, like many of us, and how you actually got to get into it and the outcomes of you persevering in that. We've got a clip here, another clip. This is of you in action. All right. Where is it? What number was it, Cat? So it's the one here, the unboxing one. Yeah, this. I love this clip. So what did we're gonna see a clip. You had your mobile phone on a tripod?
Yeah, I've got the tripod now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I've embraced it.
Okay, my guy. Check this out, guys. This is on his Instagram. Check it. Good choice. Good choice. So you had time lapse going.
Yeah.
Choose the music.
This is it.
Beautiful. Do you get? And I really feel like part of the journey. Like we'll touch on it. Like we're feeling like we're behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And you've created that through your social media presence.
Absolutely.
Yeah. However, in the beginning, that wasn't the case.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I'm really lucky. My girlfriend, or fiance now, works in kind of advertising and media, and has been kind of pivotal in changing my ideas of social media and what I should be doing. She's been giving me help with kind of like a calendar and a bit more of a schedule, and made everything a bit more kind of followable and manageable.
It's a system.
Which is what it's exactly what I needed. And so when I started, it was kind of sporadic. I wasn't in the routine of filming everything. And my friend has a catchphrase, which is everything is content. And
I love
everything is content. It's as simple as that, especially if you're a small business, because the algorithms work against you if you take a couple of days off, or like me, take a couple of weeks off and then start to post again.
I hear that.
It's got to be every day, a couple of times a day, and that's just the reality. But you realise that you're doing lots of things, and as you said, people do actually want to see this. They want to see the process behind the scenes. They want to know about the development. They want to know about new products. And it's not always about selling. There has to be some selling in there. So I do the kind of, this is my new product. This is where you can buy it. The reviews are kind of advertising as well. This is what people think. But then most of the rest of it is me using my products, making burgers, making chicken recipes, whatever it is to show people, get them enthusiastic about it. But the biggest thing is just getting in that routine, getting a tripod, having it there all the time, just all the time, taking photos all the time. And it's a routine. It's another one of those things that it becomes, to begin with, it was a chore, and now it's just a routine. It's just something I naturally do. Right, set up the tripod, press go, that's it.
I like that. I like the way how you overcome yourself, right? Things that you're not familiar with, things that you're not used to, it soon becomes part of you because you insist on getting it done. And obviously, I think when you bring something new to the table for the first time, you don't see the outcome. Sometimes we think if we post one thing, right, we're gonna, everyone's gonna be like, oh yes, and it might possibly trend, right, because we posted one thing, right? That feeling, but we're seeing with you that consistency, and I've caught onto it. I just kept scrolling. I just kept scrolling, dude.
That's it.
Seriously, because it's just, I believe it's your vibe. Look, when I was scrolling, then I went to the bit where you actually went into tooting, right? We've got a clip here, all right? So this is when you actually reach into tooting, and I felt like I was part of the tribe. Check this out.
Hey Spice lovers, it's Steve the Lazy Scientist, and today I'm in Tooting, and I'm really, really excited to let everybody know that I've now made it into my second department store. This is Morley's in Tooting, so it's just off the high street. So yeah, if you're local, come down, check it out. Lazy Scientist sauces, they're just by the counter on the bottom floor. Nice one.
And I was like, yes. Yeah, now for you, that probably happened like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, you know what I mean? But for me, I was like, because your Instagram channel has brought me into the tribe. He's brought me into the journey. So I really, kudos to your girlfriend. Bringing out that calendar, showing you how to do it. And I think this is something that we should all definitely embrace, right? Not just to throw out, because I'm guilty of this. I throw out, because life is busy.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Life is busy, right? Everyone here, because we all try and use social media. I know you are, right? And to be consistent, we can have a lot of reasons why not to be. Yeah. But one of the things you touched on was a calendar. So how does that work?
So I literally every day I have a kind of spreadsheet, and it tells me vaguely what I need to be posting that day. Am I posting some behind the scenes stuff today? Am I doing a recipe? So tomorrow will be a recipe. I will do one of my recipe videos, whether it's a burger or whatever I'm doing. And so every day I have a structure as to this is the sorts of things that I need to be doing, and these are the channels that I'm going to post them on. And it's just made me a lot easier in the mornings when I wake up to be like, right, what am I doing today? I need to make sure I have this, or I need to make this today, and I need to post this out. I'm getting busier and busier, and it's getting easier and easier.
Oh wow, that's interesting. That's not meant to happen.
Yeah, but it's like, for example, for today, showing my journey of coming into the radio station, doing a quick video of your beautiful downstairs. Where, that's right. That's it. Actually, that's easy. That hasn't cost me anything. That's right. It hasn't taken any time. I was awesome. Here.
Yeah.
And it's done. So that's my content for the day, pretty much.
That'd be awesome. On your channel, could you put that calendar thing that you look at? I would love to see it.
Yeah,
please. Yeah. I've become a fan of your channel now. Literally, that'd be awesome. Seriously, I'd love to see that. I'd love to. You see what's happened, guys. See what's happened. So even though we've met face to face, but because of his social media, I've kind of gone to see the nitty gritty of what's been going on, for you to do what you do, and I've become a fan. I've never thought about chilies before. I mean, it was like sweet chili. It's like yeah, sweet chili, like from another shop, like China shop, right? But now I'm like, this is great. So I bought into. I love chili, but I've especially bought into you because of your social media. So I think Michael touched on it the other day. Look, from the Akinley Way, don't like LinkedIn, social media, all that kind of stuff. Get invested in it, right?
Yeah.
Get invested. It's so impactful, right, Will?
Yeah, and actually, I had another question I've been burning to ask you. Because what you said, I feel like every time you're saying stuff, it kind of feels like it links back to other people who do stuff that isn't really like what you do, but yet you kind of come up against the same sort of obstacles. Because what I found listening to people who are like budding musicians and they're trying to make their way is that a lot of them complain about that in the current scene of trying to get their music out there, they now have to become a social media content creator like full-time alongside trying to be someone who's a producer or someone who's a singer or something like that. And for you, like you're a businessman in that, your bread and butter, so to speak, is that you make sauces, is what you're passionate about. But then on top of that, you've got to become someone who now navigates the world of social media content creation, because you now need to be your own advertiser as well as this one and that one. And then it's like you're kind of picking up jobs that maybe you probably didn't want to have to do at the start, but now it's like it's a part of the parcel.
That's it, absolutely right. I mean, you've got to have so many different hats, and it's, I think, as you picked on, a lot of the music that I see, the new music, is because they're on TikTok and have fantastic videos, and it is definitely part of it. I mean, I completely understand why people pay so much money to have somebody else do this for them, because it is a full-time job. And it's probably when I get to that stage of business, that will be the first thing that I give to somebody else to do. I'll still be involved, it's still gonna be my face, but the time editing especially, it takes up a lot of my time in the evenings when I should probably be kind of like concentrating on my fiance, my dog and other things like that, where I'm kind of having to sit there and do editing and stuff like that, otherwise it won't be ready for the next day. So for me, that will be the first thing that I will palm off onto somebody else, basically.
Absolutely. So we got a question here. This is Rebecca from Zambia. Zambia's in the house. Yeah. She says, good morning, BSF. For some unknown reason, I'm unable to comment on the Liberty live chat. I'm not able to see the chat. Maybe you haven't registered yet, so register with your old registration thing if you had one before, and it should pop up. But if not, don't worry, just message me on the Breakfast Show WhatsApp line like you just done. You're awesome. She says, learning a lot about the chili sauces. Interesting program. Wish we could have some here in Zambia. Yeah, I know. One step at a time. We get there, isn't it?
I'll get there.
Absolutely. So don't worry, send your questions. That'd be absolutely awesome. Avril says, good morning, family. Great, it's all coming through. All right, so look, we're gonna get Kat now to try out the sauces. All right, we're gonna get Kat to try out the sauces because really, Kat. All right, so we're gonna play one song. I'm gonna go get some spoons, and we're gonna sample some of these sauces. And I'm looking forward to see. I'm sure we're all looking forward to see everyone all over the globe to see Kathleen's responses to what. To chili sauce. This is going to be great. I'm excited. Will, you excited?
Oh, yes.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we can't start soon enough, to be honest.
Yeah. And Steve is like, you will be tested. Yeah, but I think the two we got here quite mild, isn't it?
Middle of the road.
Middle of the road, Kat. Okay. All right.
Very scared right now.
Oh, sorry. Okay, we got some comments here. Okay, maybe if you come again, Steve, bring food to the show. Foods complement which sauces. That's an interesting idea. Do you have a team except your graphic designer, and how many and how did you go about choosing them, if there is one, or do you work solo? So I believe Will covered that, isn't it? And then we have another one here. Prince says, stacking them sauces. Yeah, you got a fan here. M. Pedro says, sorry, tune in late, but I'm loving the show. Stephen, do you do a welcome starter pack to experiment with?
Yes, I do. Various packs on my website for different heats. I've got the mild ones, the hot ones, the fruity ones, a pizza pack, hot wings pack.
Cool.
Yeah, got loads of different stuff, and you can also mix and match.
Okay, beautiful. All right, then we have Prince saying, cooking breakfast show coming soon. Yeah, we're gonna have to get we do a little thing on the breakfast show, get some sauces in, get some chicken in. That'd be awesome. Evelyn says, I just checked his website. I must say, kudos to Steve. Great job.
Thank you.
Absolutely. But he did say, look, he's looking to go to France in the future. So prepare your spirit. All right, guys. So we're gonna see how Kat reacts on her culinary exploits in just a moment. I'm gonna go pick up some spoons. It's good. All right, Kat, what song got for us?
I have Freedom by Lima Blaze, Anatoria, and One Script.
How fitting for this moment when we come back.
Yeah.
Freedom. We'll be set free. Chilly. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a moment, right after these. Okay, guys, this is your breakfast show. It's that time. We have the one and only Steve Rushton here with us today from Lazy Scientist. Lazy Scientist Chilies. And today we're gonna put Kathleen on the spot, right?
We are. Just gonna try some of my favorite sauces.
Yeah. And we know already what's the big deal? Basically, we know that Kathleen doesn't hardly eat and have many food experiences.
You know when I said we should have Kat's culinary adventures?
Yes.
I don't mean we should have spicy. That's gonna kill me.
You be just fine, Kat.
No.
You've got this. Yes or no, Will?
Yeah.
I don't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I believe in you, Kat. I believe in you. We got our Breakfast of Faithfuls, guys. Let's support Kathleen. We're all gonna go in this. All right. So if you just hold them up and just tell us what we're looking at, the different sauces.
So this is the first sauce ever made. This is Mango Reaper. So it's
one.
my take on a mango kind of sweet chili dipping sauce.
Yeah.
And then my best seller is my Brixton, which is a tomato, Scotch bonnet and herb sauce.
Woo!
So,
Okay.
yeah, bring
All
it.
right. So we're gonna do this now. All right. Okay. So let's go. You got your spoon there, Will.
Yeah, I do.
You got your spoon, Will. All right. Let's go into this. Kat, we're gonna do the Mango Reaper.
Yeah.
The Mango Reaper. All right. That's the orange one. All right, let's get your. Where's your spoon, dude? There we go. Get your spoon. Get your spoon in there. All right. So we're going into the Mango Reaper. That's this one here. That's this one. Yeah, this one here. It's nice and orangey. All right. Let's have a look. Yep, Mango Reaper. Oh yeah.
Is there anything on that spoon,
Yes,
Kat?
there
Is there enough? No, Kat. You gotta do better than that, Kat. Come on, Kat. You gotta go for the experience.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, I'll do. All right. You guys ready?
Yeah, bottoms
Okay,
up.
we'll go for the first one.
Wait, hold on. The
3.
camera. Okay.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Woo! Woo!
Yeah.
Oh! Oh!
Yeah.
Hey!
Superpowers coming out.
How we doing, Kat?
I'm scared.
All right, Will, how we holding up, man?
Honestly, you undersold the kick of it. I know right then you kiss it. Yeah, it does have a kick as well. Oh wow, that's a really nice kick.
That's a nice kick. I'm feeling. I could feel it's more fruity, and it's fruity, and you got the heat.
Yeah.
You know, I love it.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. Like,
It should die down pretty quickly as well. That's the one that's just like bing. But
yeah, it hit my throat and then it went away, but it's still on my tongue.
Yeah.
but so tasty as well. I gotta say, it's a really lovely taste.
I feel like getting some chicken wings with that, man. Get some chicken wings with that.
Fried chicken, it's great.
All right, now we're gonna go for the second one, which is the
Brixton.
The Brixton, my hometown. The Brixton.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
I'm excited for that one. Are you ready, guys? Let's go. Here we go. Let's get in there.
And this one's gonna be even hotter.
Yeah, it's got some
Let's
oil
go.
in it, so it's kind of and Scotch bonnet.
Oh, thank God. Let's go. Cool. Bottoms up, everybody.
Wait for it,
Wait,
Kat.
music again.
Wait, you got your thing, Kat. You got your spoon. We need to put a bit more than that, Kat. Come on.
It has enough.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Steve is all right.
That's what I'm saying,
Okay,
it's
ready?
all right.
Ready? Okay, 3, 2,
Oh,
1.
my days.
Let's go.
Wow.
Are you zooming into my face?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh wow. Oh, it's hitting me afterwards.
Yeah, that one's got a bit more kick to it.
Yeah, right at the back of the throat.
Yeah. I think with the oil, you can't escape it. Coats the mouth. Yeah.
Oh yeah. How we doing, Kat?
Not good.
How you feeling, Will?
I was gonna say, call me crazy. I felt like the first one was actually spicier.
It could also be the first bit of chili of the day.
Yeah.
Tends to wake you up a bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes some sense. Yeah.
So this was more savoury. The
I
other one was sweet.
The second one, I had one taste and it didn't affect me. But then I thought, okay, this is not that bad. Let me do another one.
Yeah.
Then it hit my tongue.
Well, you know what? I'm loving it.
I love that. It's so sense.
Yeah.
I honestly, if you love chilies, like this is it. Yeah, it's such a nice sensation, like on the roof of the mouth. Yeah.
Drop it like it's hot. That's it, guys. I think for me, this is my one.
Yeah.
This one here. This is my one right here. The nut mango reaper. I love the sweet.
Yeah, I have to second that. Yeah, that's my favorite of the two.
This would be great.
One of my faves.
Yeah, I love that. And then we've got here the Brixton sauce, my hometown Brixton. Love that, guys. All right, so look, guys, I don't know. Thank you so much for that. I love it, guys. I will definitely recommend everyone to try this out. Ooh, Kat, she's you okay there?
I feel lightheaded.
You'll survive. I believe in you. I belive in you.
Yeah, you'll get through it.
You've seen so many reactions.
Yeah, so man, this is what I love doing. I love it. 'Cause you do. This is what makes me happy.
All right, guys. So this is it. Let's go. Okay, so guys, let's switch up, Cat. Oh, we got some comments here. It said, Emperor says, Robert, you should have let me. My hubby will be a great taster. He loves chilies. Wow. And we got support there. Let's go, Cat. Let's go. This is what in bold capital letters. Emperor says, I there with you, Cat. I don't eat chilies either. My kids and hubby are from another planet. They love spices.
Yeah,
but different.
But I guess like that.
It gets like that.
Yeah.
Then we have Cat's already overheating. Evelyn's laughing. Swallowing. Wow, that was awesome. Okay, now this is finishing up the show. Steve, it's been such a pleasure having you with us today.
Thank you.
I know. So, what's going to be your next thing? What's the next thing that's going to be coming up for you?
Kind of more projects, and I suppose in the next month or so is getting a few projects out the bag. I'm doing a lot of recipe development for a couple of other companies.
Yeah.
And then prepping for Christmas. I know it's a long way away, but the reality is, need to start now.
I love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Cool.
Just a quick question: where do you get most of your ideas from?
I just love messing around with stuff. So yeah, I've got a good
Scientist.
kitchen of ingredients, and I watch videos. I read a lot of books as well, and then just throwing in flavor combinations and seeing what works. And not everything works. Believe me, not everything works. But it's trial and error, a lot of it.
And what about when it comes to your social media material?
Same idea, probably.
I love it.
Yeah.
And if you had any words that you would like to share with our listeners today, what would it be?
Give it a go. I think everyone is capable of having their own business. Find something that you love, start it as a hobby, and start local. That's the kind of golden nugget: is start local, start small, and start now.
Thank you very much. All right, guys. So look, this has been your breakfast show today. Everyone is sweating. Actually, no, I'm cool. I'm cool. It's been an enjoyable experience.
For some reason, I feel hot and cold at the same time.
Yeah, flushes. Okay.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Still smiling though.
She is still smiling. Look, guys, like literally. See, Steve is analysing you. Yeah, he's seen how people react to this stuff. Steve is analysing you, Kat, and he said you're still smiling, which means you're holding it better than he thought you would.
Yeah.
You know, and
Is it good to have hot sauce after donating blood?
It does say it does something to your blood pressure, which is good, so it calms it down.
It does.
Do I have enough blood to be calming down right now?
I mean, whatever you got left is calmed down now.
Yeah,
so.
Oh dear.
You're gonna be all right. You're okay, Kat. You got
I'm
this.
worried.
You got this. You're okay.
Yeah, well done, honestly.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, Kat.
We thought you were gonna run away, possibly. Like not even
No,
10
she
minutes
wouldn't
ago.
run away.
Yeah, we was not. I didn't know. I didn't know. You opened the door very slowly to come back. So.
All right. So that's it. So guys, this has been a breakfast show. We've had Steve Rushton. Because that typo, it was AI that done that typo,
Yeah.
Literally, I was like, what? If you would like to follow up with Steve, continue on this tribal journey here with Lazy Scientist Hot Sauces, definitely visit the Instagram. You're going to have so much fun on the Instagram channel. Literally, I'm going to post a link as well on, I'm sure it will get approved to be on Liberty Radio. And obviously, I'll post it on Robust Life as well. Definitely follow. You know, you should, it'd be nice. Reactions, like to get shots of people reacting to the hot sauce.
That's a great idea.
People crying,
Right,
people laughing.
Like
yeah.
a montage.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Just back
that.
to back. It's like, how will you react?
Yeah, okay, next market. That's what's
Dropping
happening.
like it's hot. Excellent.
Come on.
All right, so we got the Instagram on the screen, and we also followed by the email. Guys, it's been great being with you. Just check it out at Lazy Scientist Chili. That's on the Instagram channel. If you don't have an Instagram, what are you doing with your life, man? Come on.
Living.
Yeah. I've been connected to the Matrix for so long. I've been assimilated. But, you know, there's a lot of great stuff there. And, you know what I mean? You definitely got to check it out if you haven't got your Instagram. And also, we got the website, which is people don't say www. LazyScientistSources.co.uk. All right? Check it out, right? I love your website, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. got the story on there, and everything you're trying to do. There's merch as well. It's great. You can literally, you're creating a fan club here. You're creating a tribe.
Lazy fans. That's what I'm trying to do. Join the tribe.
Well, let me say lazy scientist fan, because like Pursuit of Success Day, we can't say things like that.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
It's like we'll be like, you
Sorry,
know.
children.
But look, you're a real hard worker, and more power to you, Steve. And it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Yes.
Having you here with us on the show. You're awesome.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, and also Will, you're awesome, dude.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Yeah, you're gonna be around for Wellness Wednesday.
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
especially if we're talking chilies.
Talking chilies,
Yeah,
man.
I'm in the mood now.
I'm down with that, man. We're gonna do some chili carnage, chili con carnage tomorrow. That's what we'll call it.
Good.
Chili con carnage. That's what we can call it. You inspire
That's
us.
it. Nice.
You inspire us, dude. You inspire us. All right, chili con carnage tomorrow on Wellness Wednesday. I hope you're up for it, because it really is going down. All right, everyone's saying thank you, Steve. You've been absolutely awesome. Scotch bonnet and jerk chicken. I think they're saying that they love that as a sauce.
Yeah. Yum. That's the one.
That's the one. I think I'll order online. Evelyn's in France. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I'm sure you'll make it happen.
Yeah, send me a message. We'll work it out.
Please, before he goes, which one is the hottest so I can order?
At the moment, probably Brixton Reaper. So it's a triple strength version of my Brixton.
Okay. See, Kat, you done well, Kat. You done well. Look at that, Kat. You did it. You did it, Kat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of you, Kat. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
for real.
I'm proud of you. You've done a good job, Kat. All right, thank you all. All right, until next time, don't forget we're back tomorrow with Wellness Wednesday. Same breakfast show channel, libertyradio.co.uk. Same breakfast show time at 8 a.m. And don't forget to check us out on official Liberty Radio if you haven't done so already. We're going towards 3,000 followers, so make sure you just click it. And let's keep it moving. Until tomorrow. Ciao for now. Open camera, guys. This way. Bye! I really hope you enjoyed this episode of the program. We have a lot more episodes covering a lot more themes on The Breakfast Show. And guess what? Your experience can be even deeper and more interactive, because we are live weekdays from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on libertyradio.co.uk. On that Liberty Radio platform, we have a whole host of other inspirational material. As well as that, we have our breakfast show in the mornings. Check it out. There's a live chat, there's a video feed, and you can get up to date on all the breakfast show antics and fun, vim, excitement, and all that kind of crazy stuff that we love to enjoy. This is Robbie here, Robust Presenter, and I hope to see you live and enjoy the next one.